We keep talking about how bad the Cowboys look, and they keep winning at least the last couple of weeks, so I suppose that's a good thing. What do we say about Dallas coming off this game?
Yeah, well, not much. I mean, they got the 4 turnovers, so that's great. But their offense, to me, like they need Tyron Smith. What a difference this guy makes, the big left tackle. When he's in the game, Dak plays better, the running game's better, all that.
Sure.
Since the last 2 weeks, since Tyron Smith's been out, he's thrown the 1 touchdown pass, 4 turnovers, been sacked 8 times. So they better get this guy back healthy, and if not, they're going to be one and done again in the playoffs.
RC, I said good enough. Yeah. But is it good enough? That's the question.
Absolutely not. They're not good enough on either side of the football. This defense, which is playing well, isn't good enough to carry this team without some semblance of an explosive offense. And if the defense falters, if there's not those turnovers that we've seen in some of these big games, then they're in trouble. And now, don't get me wrong. This defense has turned over the best of the best, whether it's Tom Brady, Justin Herbert. So they've played against teams with good quarterbacks and gotten the football. But what happens when they don't? Kellen Moore isn't doing the things that made him boy wonder, right? Right now, I'm like, boy, I wonder where the hell you are. Because you are not getting creative enough to help your players on offense make the plays that they need to down the football field in order to be as explosive as they were the first 6 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
If you're the next head coach in waiting, if you're supposed to be that guy, if everybody's going to knock on your door, won't you knock some of these plays out?
Let's put CeeDee Lamb by himself. If they're going to play him one-on-one and play pressure against us, we got the chance to go score. Dak, you cannot take a sack, and this ball can't be thrown short of the end zone. Then we're still going to get our 3 points.
It's interesting. Like Dan's tape previously showed where Dak should run the ball on that read thing. This guy used to be one of the best red zone quarterbacks in the National Football League,
in the red zone right now.
He was unbelievable as a runner. I don't get this right now out of this football team. But what it showed me with him, O-zone or whatever, that make-up zone you're making up here.
Hey, guys.
You take a shot in the dang end zone.
RC, I'm just not flabbergasted like you all. This is who Mike McCarthy is now as a coach. There is no chain of communication on what's the necessary situational football mindset to have. We saw it early on this season, and we've seen it more than once since he's been the head coach the last 2 years. This is a problem. This is a problem that could lose you football games when you're playing against competent football teams, which you weren't yesterday. They have to get better. And when your quarterback understands the situation better than you, and he's scared to pull the trigger, Dak Prescott is looking to the sideline, shaking like this, trying to get a timeout. And his head coach is not telling him to take one, and he doesn't want to overstep. That's a problem with this team, and they aren't good enough to overcome.
Is it also an indictment on some level of is it an indication of what the coach thinks of the quarterback? Is he afraid to let him throw that pass?
Dak? One play?
It doesn't make sense to me, but why else wouldn't you do it if you don't trust him to do what you have to do in that spot?
I think he makes that decision because he's unprepared for the situation.
The coach is.
Yes, I do not think it's an indictment on Dak Prescott. If it is, then we are talking about this whole different football team in a completely
different
conversation.
But which one of those would be worse? If he's not prepared to do that, when I'm yelling it from my couch 100 miles away, it doesn't make any sense.
I think both of them are terrible.
Yes, it's terrible.
RC pointed this out. I think it was against the Chargers.
The Chargers when he said he couldn't see the clock.
And I was like, I think that's being unfair, and I think it's fair to point out right now there's multiple situations where they're not ready for the
He had it on a Monday night at a halftime also in a game they wound up winning big against Philadelphia, so it didn't wind up mattering. But at some point, it might wind up mattering. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.